Welcome back in electronics lecture. Students, we have completed the last chapter, that is computer fundamental from paper 2. Today we are going to start the new chapter is the transducer from paper 1. Okay. So how many chapters we have completed? I will told you that instrumentation, power supply, operational amplifier, modern electronic communication, transducer we are going to see now, and last is the IC specifications. So how the marking system of that? Percentage. Which chapter have how many percent of marks? That I am going to write it here. Instrumentation 15% is there. For power supply 20% marks are there. And for operational amplifier it is also 25%. Modern electronic communication having the chapter which is having 20 marks. Transducer having 10 marks. And this IC specification having 10 marks. So total is 100 marks paper. Okay. So this 25, 20, 15. So 40. This is the 45. And this is the 100 marks. Okay. So 6 chapters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instrumentation 15 marks. Power supply having 25 marks. Operational amplifier having 25 marks. Modern electronic communication 20. Transducer specification. Only one chapter will remain from paper 1, that is IC specifications, that is very small chapter. So near about all chapters we have completed. Maximum marks which is having 25 marks operational amplifier is before vacation we have completed this chapter. Okay, then modern electronic communication is a very big chapter and having 20% marks in the syllabus. Instrumentation having 15 marks. Then power supply chapter that is also 20% marks. Means 20% questions will be asked on these chapters. 25% questions will be asked on the operational amplifier. So you study. While you are studying, you give the weightage to that chapters. So how many big chapter is there? It will how many questions will be asked? How many percent is given in the? How many weightage is given for that chapter? According to that, you do the study. Okay. We have started the paper solution on Zoom lectures. We have solved one paper in last 2 Zoom meetings. So we'll carry on that thing. So you concentrate about your chapters. These chapters are from paper 1. So only 2 chapters remain. Today we have started transducer. Only one the IC specification is remain. If you don't know about the weightage of this chapters, then you can take a snap of this thing. Take one snap. Then we'll start the next chapter. Okay. See, before going to instrument, that we have completed the chapter is what? Computer fundamentals from paper 2. What was there in that chapter? In computer fundamentals, all basic things which are required in the computer was there. For example, input device, which are the input device, why the input device is used, how many input devices are there, and how many different input devices work. That we have seen in the input device. In the central processing unit, what we have seen, there are number of arithmetic and logic units, means it perform arithmetical operations, logical operations, increments, decrements, all things that it work. And primary memory is there, data memory was there, isn't it? And all that work was controlled by the control unit. Control unit was there in the CPU. Then output devices. How many output devices are there? That we have seen the types of output device. If you have taken one output device, that is a printer, there are so many types of printers. Which printer is work how, that we have seen. Okay, so next is we have also seen the memories. Most important thing is the memory. Whatever it work is saved in the memory. So which type of memories are there? There are basically two types of memory that we have seen, the ROM and RAM. Okay, primary memory and secondary memory. So in primary memory, which memories are there? Secondary memory, which memories are there? Which memory is the faster than which memory? Okay, primary memory is the faster than the secondary memory. Why the primary memory is used? Why the secondary memory is used? ROM means what? ROM is what? Read-only memory. RAM is the random access memory. PROM means what? Programmable read-only memory. EPROM means what? Erasable programmable read-only memory. Why there is erasable programmable read-only memory? Means what? We can erase that program by using the electrical signal, and we can erase the program by ultraviolet light. That is also the EEPROM, that is electrical erasable programmable read-only memory. And EPROM is what? Ultraviolet. By using the ultraviolet light, we can erase that program and we can rewrite that thing. Okay, so best memory is the flash memory, which require a fraction of second. We can erase that memory and we can write down. All those things we have seen in the computer fundamentals. It is very easy chapter that is also having 10% mark in the 10% of questions will be asked on that thing, on that chapter. That is from paper 2, not from paper 1. Okay. So today we are going to start with the new chapter, is the transducer. What is transducer? First of all, where the transducer is used? Transducer is always used in the instruments. So transducer is a device. It is an instrument. It is an equipment. So what is transducer? Before going to transducer, we will see the major elements. Of transducer. Which are the major elements of the transducer? First is the input device. Second is the signal conditioning. And third is the input signal, and last is the output signal or output device. Signal conditioning system. What happens in input signal, output signal, and the signal conditioning system? In input device, what happens, or input signal, we will write it here. The input signal is nothing but which signal is used to going to work. Means what? See, transducer. First of all, we will see the what is the transducer. Transducer is a device or equipment which is used for measurement. Okay, so which thing is to be measured is given in the input signal. Okay, which thing you are going to measure is given to the input device. We always give the input. Whatever work to be performed, whatever work has to be performed is given to the input device, isn't it? That we have seen in the computer lecture, computer fundamental chapter. So input device or input signal is that signal which have to be measured is given to the input signal. And what happens in the signal conditioning system? Here signals are filtered. Signal signals are filter, amplifier, and attenuate. Signals are filter, amplifier, and attenuate. You are familiar with these words. What is filter? What is amplifier? What is attenuator? That we know these things. What is filter? Filter is nothing but when we convert AC signal into DC signal, when there is some amount of AC remain, to removing that AC, that is to removing that ripple, filter circuit is used, isn't it? Then amplifier means what? When small signal is given, it gives the large signal, means it increases its strength of the signal in the amplifier. And what is there in the attenuate? Attenuate means what? If noise is added in the signal become disturbance, or signal have the variations. To remove that noise, to remove that variations is called as the attenuate. So all these things is done by what? Signal conditioning system. Okay, whatever input is giving means it receives the signal. Here is what? It receives the signal, and that received signal is as it is given to the signal conditioning system. Signal conditioning system modify that signal. Modify means what? What it does? It filters, it amplifies and attenuates, and it becomes a strong signal. And that strong signal is given to the output signal or output device. And what is the output signals or output device? Output device may be your magnetic tape. Yes, it may be your magnetic tape. It may be your oscilloscope, or it may be your computer. Okay, so these are the major elements of the transducer, major elements required for the measurement. So major elements are what? Input signal, signal conditioning system, and the output signal. Question may be asked like this: what are the major elements of the transducer? Then first of all you have to write there are three types of major elements: input signal, signal conditioning system, and the output device or output signal. So in input signal, whatever have to be measured or it receives the signal, that is called as the input signal. Or signal conditioner system, or in the signal conditioner system there are amplification is done, filter is done, and attenuation is done. It's called as the signal conditioning system. And last is the what? Output signal. Output signal is nothing but whatever work is performed is sent on the display, and that display may be your computer, that display may be your CRO, that is oscilloscope, that display may be your magnetic tape. All of you clear this thing first, then we will turn towards the transducer. हे क्लियर झालं असेल तर आपण नेक्स्ट जाऊया. नेक्स्ट इज द ट्रान्सड्यूसर. इट्स नेम सेज दैट व्हाट इज अ transducer. Trans means what? Transfer. It transfers the signal. It's called as the transducer. What is the definition of transducer? Transducer. ची definition काय आहे? Definition of transducer is what? When we convert non-electrical signal into electrical signal is called as the transducer. Yes, what is transducer? Non-electrical signal, जे electrical नहीं है त्याला कशात कन्वर्ट करायचं? electrical. Non-electrical signal is converted into electrical signal. For example, it's your mic or microphone, whatever you tell. Mic, when you talk in the mic, the signal is your voice. Voice is your signal. Okay, and that mic have this, all that circuit in that is the electrical signal. Okay, so that voice signal is converted into electrical signal. In the mic, what happen? Voice converted into the electrical signal is the example of the what? Transducer. Transducer means what? When you convert one form of energy into other form, or one form of signal into another form is called as the transducer. Yes, what is transducer? Transducer is nothing but when you convert one form of signal into another form is called as the transducer. Or it can also be defined like this: when non-electrical signal is converted into electrical signal is called as the transducer. So one form of energy or signal, this signal may be what? Electrical signal, or this signal may be mechanical signal, or this signal may be optical signal, this signal may be chemical signal. Whichever signal is there and that signal is converted into another form, means suppose here the electrical signal is converted into the mechanical signal and the mechanical signal is converted into the optical signal, means one form of signal is converted in another form is called as the transducer. All of you clear this definition? What is transducer? Trans means transfer करने, transducer means it is a device which converts non-electrical signal into electrical signal. Okay, it's called as the transducer. Another definition, some books have this definition: non-electrical signal is converted into electrical signal, but some books have this definition: it is transducer is nothing but it is used to convert one form of energy into another form is called as the transducer. Both are the correct. Okay, this non-electrical signal, the signal may be what? Maybe your voice. We have taken the example of this mic. In the mic, first our signal is voice signal, and that voice signal is converted into the electrical signal. This example, best example of this transducer. Next is what? Signal may be electrical, signal may be mechanical, signal may be optical, or any signal, and that signal is converted into the, yes, that signal is converted into other form of signal is called as transducer. Mainly transducer are of two types, that is the active transducer and the passive transducer. Active transducer and passive transducer. What happened in active transducer and what happened in the passive transducer, we'll see. Active means what? Yes, active components and passive components we have seen in the 11th standard study of components. Which are the active components, which are the passive components, why these components are called active, why these components are called passive. Yes, come on. Active transducer is nothing but which is not required external supply to work. Okay, which is not required external supply, or it is also called as self-generating transducer. This transducer is also called as self-generating transducer. Self means स्वतःहून तो सिग्नल किंवा सप्लाय जनरेट करत असतात, त्याला दुसऱ्या एक्सटर्नल सप्लाय द्यायची काय गरज लागत नाही. That is called as the active transducer. Active transducers are those transducer which not require the external supply to work. Is called as the active transducer. Yes, what is the active transducer? Active transducers are those transistors which not require the external supply to work is called as the active transistor. For example, active transistor may be what? Photo transducer. It may be piezoelectric transducer, or it may be what, thermocouple. It may be thermocouple transducer. These are the examples of the active transistor. Once you know the active transistor, automatically you know the passive transistor. What is the passive transistor? Yes, passive transistors are those transistors which require, here not require is there, so here require what, external signal or supply to work is called as the passive transistor. Yes, which transistors are the passive transistor? Those transistors which require the, yes, those transistors which require the external supply is called as the passive transistor. And this example of this transistor is what? It is a strain gauge and photomultiplier. Multiplier are the example of the passive transistor. What are the passive and active transistor? All of you understand this thing? It is very simple chapter, so don't be confused. First thing you remember, transistor is a device which is used to measure anything, which is used to measure displacement, which is used to measure pressure, okay, so which is used to measure the electrical, non-electrical quantity, when it is used to convert or to transfer one form of energy into another form is called as a transducer. Okay, so this transistor mainly having its character is two type of transistors, active transistor and passive transistor. Active transistor means what? This transistor generates itself. It generates the supply itself for work. It's called as the active transistor. And those transistors are photo transistor, piezoelectric and thermocouple. Next transistor is the passive transistor. This transistor which not require the external supply. There is no need to give the extra signal. It is require the external supply to work. It will not self-generate signal. This transistor is a self-generating transistor, but passive transistors are not self-generating transistor. To generate that transistor, you have to give the another supply, external supply is required, and that transistor is called as the passive transistor. Example for this is the strain gauge, photo multiplier transistor. Okay, these are the transistor, its definition and their types. Now we see the characteristics of the transistor. Why there is a need of that transistor? We see the characteristics. Characteristics of transistor. It have the small size. It have small size and weight. Transistor have small size and weight. It have the greater stability, more stability. Transistor have low cost. It have sensitivity, more sensitivity. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the transducer. Transducer have what? Small. It is in the small size. It has small weight, more stability. Its cost is low. Low cost transducers are there, and more stability. These are the characteristics of the transducer. All of you understand this thing? Okay, so transducer is again divided into two types that we have seen: active transistor and passive transistor. which are the active transducer? Which are the active transistor? There are two transistors. Is the active transistor, that is thermocouple and the piezoelectric. Example is the that we have seen in the syllabus is the piezoelectric transducer and the thermocouple transducer that you have to see in this your syllabus. It is given. Next is the passive transducer. Passive transducer is again divided in, first is the resistive type, that is the resistance. It is classified according to resistance, then according to capacitance, then according to inductance. The fourth type is the V2I, voltage to current. So depends on that different transducers are there. Okay. So in passive transistor we see all these transistors in the next lecture. So today only remember that what are the major elements of the transducer, what is the definition of transistor, main two types of transistor, active and passive transistor, which are called active transistor, which not require the external signal is called as the active transistor, which require the external signal is called as the passive transistor. We classify it according to this resistor, capacitor, inductance and voltage to current transistor. These are the characteristics of the transistor. Take a snap of this and we will stop it here.